Hello, everyone. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys have had an amazing Tuesday. As you can see, I'm here with my brother, Louis.
Hey.
I think I've only put him on my channel, once in that Christmas vlog? But, he has so much personality that we needed him more than that. So I figured it'd be perfect because, he always has some shit to say, and so do I. So why not have him on live? So he's a little nervous. So how many drinks is that now?
Doesn't matter.
He acts like we're on Oprah. I told him it's not even that big of a deal. So, all right. We're going to talk about a couple different things today. I'm also going to announce the giveaway winner that I mentioned for my last video. I'm going to announce that towards the end. So stay tuned. But first things first, we're going to address the whole Meghan Markle and Prince Harry interview with Oprah. I finally got to watching it today and I was like, oh, this is going to be a good thing to talk about because there's so many different things that you can kind of pick at. So I wanted to get Lewis's opinion on it. He wasn't really trying to drive an hour to Akakik to come and talk about it, but we're going to talk about it because I think it's actually really interesting how that all happened. So long story short, if you're not too familiar, haven't watched the interview, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry's wife, and him, they did an interview with Oprah talking about why they left the royal family and all the drama that followed with that whole thing. So I personally don't see anything wrong with the fact that they did an interview. I feel like there has to be some truth to the whole story. I don't really think she was completely lying about everything she said, especially because Princess Diana did an interview very similar to that whole thing years ago. So I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. What do you think? Do you think that she probably exaggerated it? Because she is apparently an actress. So some people could debate that she is exaggerating when she's saying. So what do you think?
I don't think it's exactly exaggerated because it takes a lot for Harry and Harry's situation to leave his family, his country. He left millions of dollars. He did not have to work a day in his life. So he must have saw or experienced some fucked up shit.
Yeah, probably. And I feel like the whole race factor is why I believe it even more. Just because I'm not trying to say white people are racist, but I don't know. I feel like she's not lying. My mom did say what was the whole end point with what was her goal for this interview? I am kind of I think that she just wanted to clear the air because in the interview she says how much the media kind of attacked her and always made her seem like the bad person in comparison to what's the other to Kate. So I can try to see where she was coming from in terms of I want to show the world who I really am. Thank you. This is my brother. Can you tell the dimples? So I understand. So do you think that because they didn't get paid for it? So what do you think they did the interview for?
That's exposure because they signed. I read they signed 2 deals, one for Spotify, one for Netflix, and they are millions of dollars. So I guess any exposure is good exposure. Do I think they should have done it? No. Just because you're kind of throwing more coals on the fire. You're just adding more England already kind of hates them. They're kind of
black sheep.
Yeah, public enemy number 1. So they shouldn't have done that. Plus, it's not that they're not going to talk about it on their show or on their Spotify podcast, whatever it is. So yeah. I feel like they're just bitch slapping the royal family with that interview.
Hey everyone who's catching up. Okay, thank you for all the compliments to my brother. He's all right. Don't make his head bigger than it already is. So if you tuned in kind of late, we're recapping the whole Meghan Markle interview with Oprah that's been all over the news and stuff. So, okay. I think, what else do you have anything else to say about that? Okay, here's a question that I have because my brother is in a relationship. He lives with his girlfriend. This is one of the girlfriends that I honestly have loved. I'm a very good judge of character. I always say this. I'm a very good judge of character when it has to do with anyone else but the guys I date. We all know that. But with his girlfriend, the moment I saw her, I was like, I fucks with her. This is wifey right here, So you know, given the fact that you're living with her, obviously it's serious. I'm sure you see a future with her. So if there was a scenario in which me, mom, dad, and all of us didn't like her and were like completely against her, and she was like, "Fuck your family. I want to stay the fuck away from your family. I don't want you to have anything to do with them either." Would you, because you see a future with her, would you do what Prince Harry did and take her side, or would you be like, "No, like you guys need to get along"? Like, what would you do as a man?
I would have to find out why. See if I could fix it. If the like who started it? Like who started the beef? You know what I'm saying? Is it something that's she's uncomfortable with, or is it something like my mom or dad said, something you said?
Mm-hmm.
And see if that could be fixed. If not, then she doesn't have to come to family functions or whatever. She's uncomfortable, because I know like I've been in situations where I dated a chick, and every time I went to their family functions, I was just like awkward as hell. Couldn't wait for it to be over. But I mean, if I love her, then I'm not gonna force her to do something she doesn't want to do.
Okay, so let's say it was a situation between she and I where like maybe we dated the same guy in the past. Maybe I was her ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend. And let's say maybe I'm speaking from experience here, but maybe the ex-boyfriend of mine cheated on me with her, so I freaking hate her and then she hates me. So then, you know, what would happen there? Would you, because it's an issue between the two of us, and obviously mom and dad, they're going to support me, or they're going to try to be neutral, but they're going to kind of be on my side because I'm their daughter. So if I told you, don't ever bring this hoe around here, I don't want to see her, and then she also says, I never want to be around your sister, fuck her and your family, like what would you do there?
But I'm still living with her currently.
Or let's say you're not living with her, let's say you're just in a relationship with her.
She gets demoted
Really?
to the side jump, make room for like a number one or something.
Oh god. Okay, what if you really fell for her though?
No, because there's like no future in that. If the beef is that intense, because I know personally, like if it was the other way around,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, yo, I don't want to see that motherfucker at my house.
You're right.
It'd be super awkward from then on out. And if you guys got married, you know, if you guys had kids, I'd be like, I would like love the kids, love my nephew and niece or whatever. But for him, if I were to see him, I'd be like, you know, fuck you.
Yeah, I agree with that. Huh. Things got a little heated. I was over here reliving the past. So, next topic. Okay, so before we started the live, me and Lewis, we got into it a little bit because there is this one particular issue that he and I always fight about. So do you want to talk about it? Let me, remember, we have to be a little vague here because we can't be, you know, throwing anyone under the bus, but go ahead.
So I'm being fake on social media, like being fake friends with people you know you don't really fuck with in real life, or that you wouldn't even say hi to in the street. She thinks it's grown up of you to comment on their, or to reply to their comments and so forth. In this situation, girls from my past who she doesn't really like, or who have done me really dirty, they'll comment on her stuff, and then she'd be like, kissy face emoji back and stuff, right? But then I'm like, why? It's like, you don't really fuck with them, but why are you going out of your way to reply to them? Just hit them with that simple like, you know what I'm saying? Don't ignore them, be kind of cordial, but don't go out of your way to be, because it's kind of like being fake. Because like if they came up to you in the street and they're like, oh, Patricia, nice to see you, you'd be like, okay, bye.
You done? I'm gonna let you finish before I start my rant.
And she said she thinks it's being
no. Let me tell my side first.
You said let me finish.
Okay, you done?
No, I'm not done. She thinks it's being an adult, but no, being an adult is, you know, if you see them at the club or at the bar or whatever, at a get together, being an adult is not starting shit. You know, if they say hi, you say hi, and you just keep it moving, right? But don't go out of your way to be.
Thank you.
No, nah, it has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. No, and I'll touch on my side. Are you done yet?
No.
God damn it.
I think it's just super phony and stuff. I don't know. That's just the way I feel. Like it's cool if you're just like thanks, but don't go out of your way to make it feel like, oh, you guys are cool, that it's okay for her to, or for him to comment on your on your on your shit, even though you truly deep down, if you would never hang out with them, you would never text them back, you would never reply to their DMs, you would never help them if they ask for help. Would you help them?
If they really needed me, I'm not a fucked up
Not
person.
in a dire situation, not like a life death, but if they were like, hey, can you do this for me?
Like what? Like
something for their social media, or they promote one of their products, or would you do it? You're getting nothing out of it.
Out of respect for you, I probably wouldn't. But at the end of the day, it's like the beef is between you and that person, not with me. Are you
But
done
you,
yet?
no. Now that you say that, it's not just between me and that person, or me and those people, because you personally have trashed them in the past.
No, and if I've done anything, it's because you told me to, and I was trying to be loyal to you. But like I said, we're gonna keep this shit mean because. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna cut him off right there, and I'm gonna start with my side of the story. Angela, he is kind of overprotecting, not really. He can be sometimes. He's there when I need him, but is he the kind of person that's like super overprotective? Like, he kind of just stays neutral. Okay, this is my thing. One, I'm not 15 or 17 years old. I'm not in high school anymore. So I literally don't care enough to have a beef with somebody over something that insignificant. If someone directly did something to me, like the girl that I mentioned earlier, that's different. Like there's some people that like, no las puedo ver. Like if I see them, I literally might, it's not a pretty story. With his situation that we're talking about, it's something that happened so long ago that, again, it did not directly affect me. Yes, maybe the person might have hurt him, but at the same time, I had an ex once, and that person, he knows, he would always tell me, leave that guy, he's a piece of shit, you know, he doesn't love you. But then when we broke up, he told me he bought him a beer at the club. You
always say this. I have never bought any of your exes that you broke up with, or that have broken up with you or done anything to you. I've never bought them shit. I bought a shot or a drink for the one that you hurt, not the other way around.
After he cheated on me for how many years, and then I finally ended it?
Wrong guy.
Anyway, like Michelle said, I feel like when you're mature and you also have a brand to protect. I mean, this is what he says. He says if she's commenting on my pictures, then I shouldn't be replying to her. But I don't think it's right to acknowledge every single buddy else that comments on my picture and then literally ignore her.
Just hit the like button.
That's just showing how petty I am, and I'm not that petty to go and ignore her. Like, yeah, maybe at one point I didn't like what she did to you and I was not a fan of her, but if a girl that's been in the wrong can come up to me as a woman and kind of like squash it and like support me, then why do I have to hold anything? Yeah,
Has she slid in your DMs and been like?
Yeah, she has. I don't even know if I showed you. She sent me a long DM.
Oh, so you want to bring me on here and not give you all the information? Okay, you're gonna blindside me.
Because you have a girlfriend now. Why am I gonna bring up your past when you have a girlfriend?
Well, it's true, but still, you gotta give me all the facts before I present my statement. It's like going to court. Both sides get all the facts.
That happened so long ago. I honestly forgot.
But anyways, fuck that individual, because at the end of the day, that individual never apologized to me. Who she did the shit to, not you.
Mm-hmm. But did it? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can kind of see where he's coming from, but it's just I just don't care enough to hold that drama. I mean,
it's not a drama, but the thing is, at the end of the day, you know that person's just toxic all around. So you're almost inviting that toxicity into your life.
No, because I'm not going out to have brunch with them.
I know, but that's why I asked you if they ask you for a favor. Would you do it?
Probably not.
I feel like you probably would. I feel like you're saying no, but you're hesitating.
Because I'm a nice person.
Yeah, but you're...
Exactly.
You're inviting that toxicity back into your life. Oh, it's not just one person. Because there's a few other individuals who have talked shit about you. Okay. And now that you're cool with.
But they've also apologized to me about that. And they said
that's all dandy and fine and whatnot. Everybody matures, everybody changes and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't go out of your way to be nice to them until they almost like everything's in person. Because doing everything on social media, bullshit. I think it's all bullshit. Everybody can apologize to me on. Everybody who's done me wrong can apologize to me on social media. But let's just say it to my face, and let's say that we're face to face, and they're like, "Hey, I fucked up," blah 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 blah. Then I don't believe it, because saying it in person is like sending a text. Like you're sending a text to your crush. You know, when you were younger, you never had the balls to say it in person. I didn't read that shit.
Could it be that your brother still has feelings for that person? That's why you're still so bothered by it.
Fuck no.
That beer is getting to you, huh?
No, but I mean that's a great question because that kind of makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, but fuck no. But
yeah, no, I agree. Like, you can really hate somebody or really detest somebody and not still have feelings with the person that has to do with, because, like I said, that one girl, I literally, I could not see her. I can't have anything to do with her because I dislike that person so much. But it's not because I still have feelings for my ex that she messed around with. Like, I could give two fucks about him. It's just, I don't respect that person. I don't fuck with that person. And there's very few people I feel like I can speak about like that towards, but yeah, no. I mean, I get it, but your brother's pain is still present. It's just a principal situation. I feel like he feels blindsided by you, perhaps. Damn, is this a therapy session? Blindsided. Do you think I blindsided you?
No.
By replying to their comments? I don't know. I think we're gonna always have to agree to disagree with this one. I feel like we're never gonna really come to terms. I feel like we're always just gonna kind of like bump heads. Yeah, you do lose respect towards people when they cross certain lines, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Next topic. We're going to do one more topic before I announce the giveaway winner, and we're at 30 minutes soon. So we are at 16 minutes. So do you want to bring up the next topic? We discussed a few over text messages because I didn't want to be like, okay, let's talk about now. So do you want to bring up the next one?
I don't really have one.
Okay. Well, do you want me to bring up the ones that you brought up? Okay. So how do you guys feel when siblings date your friends? I personally, I'll give my side of the story. I don't care. I really could never really care when he's dated people that I know, because, I mean, what am I going to do? I may not love the idea, but I can't tell you who you can and cannot date. But my thing is, the part that I don't like is when it ends sour with them, and then me and the person that I was friends with end up falling out because things didn't work out between them. That's when I get mad, because I'm like, I didn't do anything to you. Like, why do you hate me? Hate my brother. Don't hate me. The fuck? What did I do? Like, there's been so many occasions where, like, the girls will block me. They literally cut me off. And I'm like, I thought we were so
cool. There was one.
There was two. And I'll tell you their names after this, but there was two. And one I've known since I was, like, literally a childhood friend, like 8 years old. And then, bloom, like, she just blocked me. And I'm like, damn, sis, what the hell did I do? And then...
Okay, but were you guys close? Were you guys close?
We weren't close, but we were cool.
That's not being, like, close. Did you really care? Exactly. Hesitation. No, she didn't care.
But still, it's the principle. Like, why do I have to be dragged into it when I didn't do anything to you? You know?
I mean, my
like,
bad.
I didn't hurt you. I didn't do whatever to you. He did. So that's my thing. And then what do you think about that? Do you think that it's a no?
I think it is a different, coming from like a big brother's perspective. Like if one of my friends dated you, I'd be like, oh fuck no. Especially if they're like a close friend, because that's just two relationships that I'm too close with. Mm-hmm. More, you're my little sister, so I'm kind of like overprotective of you. But then he's like, they would be my best friend or close friend, and I'd be like, fuck, if this goes sour, which more than likely probably will, I lose that friend, or it's always gonna be that awkward tension with me and that friend.
Yeah, true.
Especially, and if you're close with that other individual, then you know the type of person they are. You know if they're a good guy or not. You know their tendencies and their history. All you hear of all those stories your friend has told you about in the past, mm-hmm. about his endeavors and journeys. And you're like, fuck, my sister's about to be a victim, or maybe future wife, but more than likely a victim.
Okay, I saw this actually play out in a Love and Hip Hop episode like last week. So one of the guys, he became friends with this one guy, and the guy's sister, he didn't realize that that the friend and the sister were messing around this entire time. Like, it had been years. They had kept it a secret. And then he finally finds out, and then he feels betrayed by the friend. He's like, how could you not tell me? So do you feel like if I were to do something like that, like I would have been talking to one of your friends for years, and never told you because I didn't want you to get mad, would you be more mad at the fact that I didn't tell you, or would you be more mad at the fact that like he and I even have anything going on?
If it was for years, I'd be like, what the fuck? And I would kind of like feel betrayed by my friend. But if it was for years, then I'd be like, well, I mean, it's been for years, so there must be something like super serious, like a serious connection between you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And like, who am I to kind of like
Get in the way of
interrupt
that.
that? Yeah.
So what if it had been for years, you know, you didn't find out until later, but then the guy, you know that he's been a dog. Would you feel like you can't tell me, oh, Patricia, he has literally been cheating on you all these years? Or would you feel like you have to be loyal to him, like, or you know, like,
No, I'd be like, yo, he's cheating on you. And then I'd be like, yo, bro, I told my girlfriend, I mean, not my girlfriend, my sister, that you played her. Sorry, bro. It is what it is. You fucked up.
Because I've also seen situations where a girl's getting cheated on and like her, like people very close to her that are friends with the guy know, and like they didn't tell her. So then the sister feels betrayed by the people closest to her. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it should definitely be family first and then bro code. Yeah, and Scarface, that did happen. Don't worry, I'm not dating any of his friends.
But yeah. And then for that comment, Tony Montana went too far because his best friend genuinely had feelings for his sister, was trying to protect her, loved her, and everything. And he still murked him. So I think that was the beginning of the downfall for Scarface. But whatever.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, do you think that guys can change? Like, I mean, you've had your fun in the past. You haven't been perfect. I think now I've seen you like, you know, behaving a little bit better, a lot better actually. I actually haven't seen you be this much of a good guy since you were like 7. Anyway, do you think that a dog can change? Do you think a guy can stop being a cheater, or do you think once a cheater is always a cheater? Like, what do you think about that?
No, I feel like when somebody finds that person, like every other chick is just like, eh. I mean, he's always gonna look at other girls, you know. You can look, but you can't touch. But it's like more than anything. I know for me, it's more like the connection, like having that best friend. You can tell them anything. You can do anything in front of them. You could trip. You could hurt yourself, and you won't be like embarrassed or anything. It's like coming home or just talking to your best friend at the end of the day. So it's different. And then some guys will date a girl for like a year or two that they're not truly in love with. They're just with them for the comfort or for the emotional support they offer, because they just have attachment issues and so forth.
Right. So do you think that a guy changes because he wants to change? Because sometimes there's guys who find good girls that they feel that bond with, but then they're still fuckboys. So do you think that a guy only changes because he honestly wants to, or because he really found a girl that's made him change?
Found a girl that made him change. Like there's girls from my past who I didn't pursue because I knew that they were good girls, and I was like, fuck, I know I'm gonna hurt them. But if I get an inkling that it's a girl that's like 50-50, like she's like kind of like loosey goose, but could be serious, okay, I'll give them a chance and see where it goes.
Yeah, they can change as they want. Yeah, true. Yeah, I can see what you mean by that. I think everyone is different. I think some guys also, they think that they're going to be loyal to a girl, and they're like, oh, I found the best friend, I found the girl that I want to spend the rest of my life with. But then like they rush things, and then like after that huge honeymoon phase is over, they go right back to their old ways.
Yeah, honeymoon phase is crucial.
Why did my ex do things with his current girl that he refused to do with me? Ooh.
More comfortable with her, probably because she's maybe more open to things.
Well, I'll say this. Weird. One of my exes never liked to dance with me. Like literally, he was an amazing guy, but he'd never liked to go out. He would rather be at home playing video games. And like, if we did go out, he would tell me to go dance with other guys because he didn't want to dance with me. And that's a big thing for me. Like if you're gonna date me, like you need to know how to dance, because I love to dance. So after we broke up, now he's at the clubs dancing. I mean, knows how to do everything. And I'm like, wow, like I literally begged you to like do the things that you're doing with other girls with me.
To answer her, she's something about going hiking and whatever.
Uh-huh.
That's because he probably like fell in love with this chick hardcore. Sucks to say, he like fell head over heels for her, so now he'll do like whatever she wants. But more to you, when you were dating this individual, he was a shy guy, probably kind of low self confidence. Don't mean to shit on you, bro. So like going to the club, going to fucking Bravo of all places. Like you think fucking a guy like wants to go to that ratchet ass place and dance? Like he probably didn't know how to dance. He didn't have anybody in his life to teach him.
I was trying to teach him.
Yeah, but it's different having your girl teach you and then going out in public and doing it is different. Like,
but also it's compromise. It's not necessarily you have to go out and dance with me. It's come out and just be with me.
But at the same time, his age played a huge factor. He was barely 18 years old.
He was 18.
Okay, but you guys were just 18. He hadn't experienced so much as he has now. If he had dated him now, you guys be drinking Henny like every fucking Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday fun days like mimosas and being ratchet and shit.
At the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, you know. Some people come into your life for a lesson. I definitely learned a lot from that relationship. Like a lot of things that I learned were like good things. Like I actually want a guy who doesn't want to be out here at the clubs every weekend. Like, you know, so I went from one extreme to the other. I dated him. He didn't like going to clubs. And then the next guy was only at the clubs. So then I was like, damn it. Like, you know, so it's like you learn everything with every person that you date. That guy, my friend, I mean, maybe he was just a lesson. You know, not everyone is made to be in your life forever. Some people are literally just here for a season and to teach you something. So I'm sure you learned a thing or two from that guy. And also I feel like sometimes...
Then why do you keep going for the same type of guys?
I don't, not anymore. I haven't even told you. Anyway, I don't. But I wasn't gonna see, you threw me off track. Fuck.
Seasons.
And then I was gonna say, oh, sometimes, well, I don't know if this was your situation, but I know speaking from like things that I've seen with other girls and like even sometimes with me, it's like when you rush things too fast, when things go too fast in the relationship with a guy, and then the next girl made him work hard for a lot more things, like didn't even let the first date happen easily, you know? I think a guy just wants to win that girl over and will do those things that she wants to do that maybe you want her to do, because he's trying so hard to win her over. Sometimes, as you know, I've seen that, so that could be it too. But we are at 27 minutes, so I took a picture of the giveaway winner. Let me bring on my old little trap phone, so you guys can see that I'm not biased here. This is legitimate. The winner is Cindy Lopez. If you're watching this, I know she always watches the videos. Congratulations, you won the mystery box with a bunch of beauty stuff and the $25 Amazon gift card. All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you want to see my brother on more of these lives, comment down below right now. If I get at least 5 people, I'm going to pay him to come back next week and make that hour drive to come in.
You gonna come see me.
I could do that. I don't mind. I don't mind driving. So do y'all like him or do we want another guest instead?
I'm the best you're gonna get. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Tell him to show up next week. Loved it. All right, that's 2 people. Can we get 3 more?
But anyways.
Yeah, this was fun. How'd you feel? Este calmaron los nervios.
You should record this. It should have been like a 30-minute one. 30-minute like YouTube.
This is almost 30 minutes. It's 28 minutes. That's 3 people. Or at least once a month. Yeah. All right, well, maybe next week I'll bring him back. If not, I'll have another guest because I kind of want to have different guests.
So, Vic.
All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. You gotta blow a kiss. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.